position. Seated with the spine tall, maybe rolling over and sitting right directly on the sits bones. Shoulders back and away from the ears. If you like, close your eyes or just take a soft gaze at the ground. Taking just a moment to become settled. Starting to notice the subtleties of the body. The rhythm of the breath. The quality of the breath. Start to notice any place you hold tension in the body. Relax down your facial muscles. Keeping the arms relaxed. Wiggling your fingers and gripping any fist that you make with your hands and relax them to the lap. And then relaxing the belly and the hips. Feeling the legs heavy and grounded into your mat. Your next breath in, start to soften the belly and let it expand like a balloon. Your exhale, draw your belly button in, empty the breath. Take a full breath in, feel the expansion of the belly. Exhaling, emptying all the way out. As you breathe, envision that you're filling up your lungs down to the bottom with breath. As you exhale, emptying it all out. Breathing right here into the diaphragm, that place underneath the ribs, right above the belly button, place where we have our parasympathetic nervous system. It's just starting to feel the heart rate slowing down, feeling the nervous system relaxed. This place of connection, maybe we're able to just take the deepest breath we have all day. And starting to bring in our Ujjayi breath, that constriction at the back of the throat as you exhale, same like we do when we fog a mirror. Inhaling, drawing that breath back in, creating that light whisper at the back of the throat. Just again, having the hands how you like, letting this breath flow in and out of the nose, going with a natural rhythm. Remember to use this breath throughout the whole yoga practice. Keeping our mind focused on the breath. Keeping the muscles warm. And the body calm. With eyes either open or closed, we'll just start with some shoulder rolls. So start by drawing the shoulders up towards the ears. Create a big circle, drawing them back and down. And we'll go a few times nice and slowly. So drawing them forward and back. Loosening up any tension we hold here in the shoulders. We'll gently go the opposite direction, going forward and back. And on our next breath cycle, we'll start to draw the right ear over to the right shoulder, just gently relaxing the neck down. And any variation you like here, extending the arm out to the side of the body, maybe fingertips down, maybe right fingertips to the left temple, inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, deepening. Take one more full breath here. We'll we'll gently come to the opposite side, left ear to left shoulder. Take any variation you like here, fingertips down to the ground, maybe just hovering, maybe the left fingertips to the right temple. Whatever feels best in this side. Just one more deep breath. Next breath in, reach arms out and up. Interlace hands, flip your palms to the ceiling. Nice length through the body. Upper torso, spine lengthens, reaching the crown of the head up. We'll take an inhale, reach both hands back up. Exhale, bend right elbow, hand right between the shoulder blades. Left hand to right elbow, or option to take the left arm behind the back, reaching for the right fingertips. Keeping the jaw soft, parallel to the ground. Hugging in the core, staying strong in the back muscles. And we'll take an inhale, reach both arms back up. Exhale, bend left elbow, hand right between the shoulder blades. Right hand to left elbow, sitting up tall, shoulder blades towards the spine. Option for the right arm to come behind the back if that's your variation. We'll take an inhale, reach both arms up. Interlace the hands once again, flipping the palms back up. Lift on an inhale. Exhale, draw the palms in front of you, scoop the belly, creating this roundness in the spine. Inhale, lift the arms up, re-straighten the spine. Exhale, scoop the belly, pressing the palms in front. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, scoop and round. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open the arms out wide. Deep breath in. Exhale, interlace hands behind the back. Creating a bend to the elbows as you draw the shoulder blades in towards the spine. An option is start to straighten the elbows as you draw the knuckles down and maybe even away from the tailbone, but just listening into the body. Feeling this in the pectoralis muscles, the deltoids. If you feel this in the elbows, just re-bend the elbows, draw it back. And we'll take an inhale, open the arms out wide. Exhale, give yourself a big hug. Right arm crosses over the left, hands either at your shoulders or equals bringing the palm together. Chin in towards the chest, relaxing the back of the neck, tops of the shoulders away from the ears. And inhale, open your arms out wide. Exhale to cross your left arm on top of right, either big hug or eagle arms, drawing the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, open your arms out wide. Exhale, spinal twist to the right, left hand to right knee, right fingertips behind you as you lift up tall on your inhale. Exhale, hugging the core in, looking towards the right. Slowly unwind, coming to the opposite side. Right hand to left knee, left fingertips walk behind. Lifting up nice and tall on your inhale. Twisting and looking towards the left on your exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, unwind. We'll come into our tabletop position, hands and knees. Line your shoulders right over the wrists, hips right over the knees. Option to tuck your back toes here. We'll take a deep breath in for cow pose with the belly, lower down to the mat, lift the tailbone up to the sky. Exhale for cat, curl and round your spine, hugging in. Inhale, lower belly down, bringing your gaze forward, maybe up. Exhale, bringing the gaze back towards belly button. Inhale, shoulders back towards the spine. Exhale, drawing them away, rounding the back. We'll come back to a neutral spine here, balancing tabletop position. Extend your left leg out, right arm out in front. And we'll just lift the toes off of the mat, squeeze the glute, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lower your hand and toes back down to the ground. Inhale, lift everything off of the ground. Exhale, lower everything back down. Once again, lift the toes off, heel up. And exhale, lower everything down. Coming back into tabletop position, we'll switch sides. Extend the right leg out, left arm straight out in front of you. Lift your toes off of the mat, squeeze the right glute, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your palm and toes back to the mat. Inhale, lift, engage the back muscles and glutes. Exhale, lower everything down. One more time. Inhale, lift, squeeze. And exhale to lower everything down. Coming back to tabletop position. Child's pose, big toes touch, knees a comfortable distance apart. Taking your sits bones onto your heels, extend your arms out in front of you, hands shoulder width apart, forehead down to the mat. Take a couple of deep belly breaths here. On your next inhale, come back up to tabletop position. Bring your knees right underneath your hips. We're going to take a couple of modified push-ups. So if you need to bring your hands out in front of you just slightly, you can bring your knees together if that's more comfortable. And we'll start to lengthen the spine so that the hip bones will go down towards the mat. And we'll just lower halfway to start. And then press back up, pressing the mat away. Good, we'll do halfway again. Lower halfway here. And then press the mat away using the triceps and back. Couple more times, this time going just far down as you can go back up. So if your heart goes a little closer to the mat, make sure you can press the mat away, come all the way back up. Keeping the back flat, hip bones going down towards the mat versus back. One more time. And this time we'll come into a puppy dog stretch. So separating the knees hip distance apart, walk your hands out in front of you and start to guide your heart down towards the mat. Option to come to child's pose if it is too deep of a stretch for you. You can always rest your sits bones back to the heels. You can also use a blanket or block for your forehead here in puppy dog pose. So the elbows and triceps are off of the mat, just letting the heart be the first thing that rests down. One more full breath here. And slowly walk palms back underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your knees off of the mat, coming into downward facing dog. Lift the tailbone up. So you have this shift just like we do in our cow pose where the sits bones draw back, tailbone up. And if you like, start pedaling out the feet. Draw one heel down as you bend the opposite knee. Maybe wagging the head, yes and no. And if you feel this a lot in the arms, almost like you're in a push-up or a handstand, just start to bend the knees even more and shift the weight back towards the heels, lifting the tailbone up. We'll take one more breath here in our down dog. And inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step your feet to the top of the mat, keeping the knees bent. Forward fold right over the tops of the thighs, chin in towards the chest. Option to keep the hands right as they are, or holding on to opposite elbows. You can give yourself a little sway side to side. We'll take another full round of breath here. Reach your fingertips down to the ground, heel toe your feet together to touch. Keeping your knees bent, inhale, roll to stand. Nice and tall with the spine, lift the crown of the head up. Press your palms to your heart center. Inhale, reach your arms in front of you up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, folding forward, palms touch the mat. Step your right foot back, lower your right knee down gently, making sure left knee is behind the toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Big toes touch, lifting the tailbone up, creating that inverted V position here. Inhale, come forward, shoulders right over your wrists, engaging the core muscles. Exhale, lower to your knees, bend your elbows, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, slide to your belly, cobra. Upper thighs come off of the mat, so back toes are tucked. Exhale, back to knees. Downward facing dog, pulling the lower rib cage in, hugging in the core. Step your left foot to the top of the mat, touch your right knee down. Tops of the shoulders away from the ears, inhale. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, forward fold, slight bend to the knees. Inhale, reach your arms in front of you up to the sky. Exhale, your hands back to your heart center. Inhale, reach your arms in front of you up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Step your left foot back, lower the left knee down, back toes are tucked. Inhale. Exhale, stepping back, down dog, engaging the thigh muscles and the core. Inhale, come forward, whole body engaged, straight line. Exhale, lower down to your knees, bend your elbows, chest, chin to the mat, squeezing the triceps. Inhale, slide to your belly, heart comes off of the mat just a couple inches. Exhale, back to knees, downward facing dog. Step your right foot top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. Exhale, your hands back to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, strong core. Exhale, lower to your knees, bend your elbows, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra, strong back. Exhale, knees, downward facing dog. Step left foot top of the mat, right knee down, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Inhale, reach forward and up to the sky. Exhale your hands back to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg steps back. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, knees, down dog. Right leg top of the mat, left knee down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, knees, down dog. Left leg forward, right knee down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg steps back. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg top of the mat, left knee down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, hands back to your heart. Mountain pose, arms released to the sides of your body. Tuck under your tailbone, engage your core, lengthen through the spine. Option to close your eyes or take a soft gaze at the ground below. Begin to shift your weight forward to the fronts of the toes, back into your heels. Find the center of your feet. Shift slightly to the left edge of your foot, the right edge. Coming back to the center of your feet. Pressing into the feet, engage your legs, glutes, abdomen, chest and back. Engage your arms as you reach your fingertips to the ground. Feeling your whole body active and engaged as you lengthen and deepen your breath. Take one more full breath in. As you exhale, open your eyes, press your palms to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms out to the sides of your body, up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, hands through heart center. Inhale, come up halfway, palms to the shins, lengthen the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step or hop to plank. Option to move hips up and back just into downward facing dog. Option for knees, chest, chin, right into down dog. We'll keep the feet hip distance apart. If you like to continue pedaling the feet, warming up the calves and hamstrings a little bit more. Guiding that heel down just a little bit further each time. Good. We'll take one more breath here in our down dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend your knees, step your right foot to the top of the mat for a low lunge. Gently lower down to your left knee. You can keep your back toes tucked, and we'll work our torso upright. Tucking under the tailbone, squeezing in the core muscles and reaching the arms forward and up. We'll take a deep breath in, lengthen through the fingertips. Exhale, opening the arms out, squeezing the back muscles. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, imagining a pencil right between the shoulders, holding that there. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, open out. Inhale, arms forward and up. And this time, exhale your hands back to your heart center. We'll come into a revolved low lunge. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Or option is place your left hand down to the ground using a block here needed for the hand and right hand to the hip. Either variation, lengthen the spine, hold in the core. As you exhale, draw that right shoulder blade back towards the spine. Having this rotation of the torso, squeezing in the core. Couple of deep breaths here. Left leg is still really active. Keeping the hips level. We'll take another full breath here. Your next inhale, come back with arms overhead. And exhale, hands back to your hips. We'll work our way into half splits. So bringing your blocks either side of your right leg. Straighten your right leg, flex the toes back towards the shin. Taking that cow tilt with the pelvis. So tailbone and sits bones reach towards the back wall. And you can stay upright on the tallest part of your blocks. Maybe come down to medium or low. Just finding the right height here. Keep squeezing this outer left thigh muscle so that we're not shifting the hip off to the left. Shifting the hips back. Feeling that right in that right hamstring. Couple breaths here, keeping the back active. Even as you fold forward, we want to make sure we don't have too much roundness in the back, just to allow the heart to come closer to the thigh. Take one more deep breath. Imagine breathing right into that right hamstring. And on your next exhale, lizard lunge, place your right foot back down. Walk your hands inside of your right foot. Heel toe your right foot to the top corner of your mat. You have your blocks here. If you'd like to stay up onto your blocks, shoulders right over the wrists. Slide the left toes as much as you can towards the back of the mat. Variations here, you can either draw your toes towards the shin and roll to the outside edge of your right foot, opening out that knee to the side. Option to lower down to your forearms here. Draw the chin in slightly, relax the back of the neck. Just finding your variation here, continuing to tuck under the tailbone so we feel that left hip flexor opening up. One more deep breath again. Now sending that breath to that left hip flexor, letting that soften on the next exhale. Your next inhale, bring your palms back underneath your shoulders, move the blocks out of the way. Coming to tabletop position, hands and knees. Working your way into down dog, lifting the tailbone up. Again, knees can remain bent, starting to lift that tailbone up, bringing the spine neutral. Maybe still pedaling out the feet, however that feels in your hamstrings and calves. Keep this movement fluid, warm with breath. Now take an inhale, reach, left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through for low lunge. Gently lower down to your right knee, tucking your right toes, bringing your torso upright. Take a moment here, stabilize the hips. Strong thighs as you sweep your arms forward and up. Inhale, lift the fingertips up tall. Exhale, open the arms out wide. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, opening out. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, out. Inhale, forward and up. And this time, exhale, hands to your heart. Option for the right elbow to come outside of the left knee. Option to take your right hand to the block and left hand to your hip. Either variation, lengthen on your inhale, still reaching through the crown of the head. And exhaling, opening that left rib cage out. We'll take another full round of breath here. Inhale, sweep your arms forward, back up to the sky. And exhale, we'll find our blocks to move into half splits. Either side of your left leg, straighten the left leg, flex the toes in towards your face. You can use your blocks on the tallest, medium, or lowest level. Right toes can be tucked or untucked here. Each inhale, find a little length in the spine. Keep the back active. As you exhale, lowering the heart without compromising that nice and neutral spine here. Couple deep breaths, left thigh really active here, quadricep is squeezing. One more inhale. Exhale, coming into lizard lunge. Bend your left knee. Walk your hands inside of the left foot. You can use your blocks here. Left foot, heel toe to the top edge of the mat. And slide the right toes back as far as you can. So if you have your blocks, making sure that shoulders are right over the wrists. If you take any other variation, you'd like to maybe draw the toes in and open that knee out to the side, that's an option. Maybe lowering down to the forearms. Whatever is comfortable for you in this posture. Chin in slightly, relaxing the back of the neck. We'll take one more full breath. And slowly return back to our lizard lunge palms. And then bringing the knee back for tabletop position. Moving into downward facing dog, lifting the knees off the mat, tailbone up to the sky. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, warrior one, right foot to the top of the mat, left foot comes down, bringing the torso upright, making any adjustments needed here, feet are at least hip width apart, left heel in, toes out on a slight angle, draw your arms forward and up, again, just drawing that left hip bone forward by tucking under the tail, keeping that nice lunge in the right leg. Fronts of the hip bones forward and level. Inhaling, lifting the fingertips up. Exhale, bend your elbows, squeeze the upper back. Inhale, lift the fingertips up tall. Exhale, bend elbows. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. And exhale, option for interlacing the hands behind the back, standing humble warrior, or option to just keep your arms back overhead. An option, if you're taking your hands behind your back, you can lower all the way down for humble warrior, or continue to stay upright. Taking a couple breaths here when the head is below the heart, just making sure we're still breathing. Pressing that left heel down to the ground. Continuing to bend into the right knee. One more full round of breath here. Inhale, lift your fingertips overhead. Exhale, hands to your hips, bend your knees and step left foot in a little closer for pyramid pose. Left toes continue to go out slightly. Level your hips, take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward, use your blocks here, either side of your right foot. Again, find the level here. Inhaling, strong back. Exhale, hug your core in as you lower the torso towards the top of the thigh. You can make this movement fluid, so if you'd like to continue inhaling, lengthening, coming up halfway. Exhaling, drawing a little closer. You can continue to make this a little bit of a movement. One more full round of breath. Bend your knees. Place your hands to your hips and inhale slowly to come all the way back up. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. We're going to come in a chair pose. Big toes touch, space between the heels. Sit back in your seat and take a moment here. So if you find that we have that cow tilt, now's when we're going to have that cat tilt. So tucking under the tailbone. Sweep your arms forward and up so your back is nice and straight. Take an inhale, reach the fingertips overhead. Exhale, sweep the fingertips back, holding an imaginary ball. Inhale, arms overhead, keeping that straight back. Exhale, sweep them back. Imagine sitting a little deeper each time. Inhale, overhead. Last time, fingertips back. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands through heart center, folding over the tops of the legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Bend your elbows lower all the way down to the mat for locust pose. Continue strengthening the back. Arms at the sides of the body. Big toes touch. Taking a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, lifting up into locust pose. Heart and toes come off of the mat as you imagine holding that ball between the hands. Shoulder blades back towards the spine. This can just be a small lift off of the mat here. Making sure you can continue to breathe as we're pressing onto the diaphragm. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower everything down. Bring your palms back underneath your shoulders. Two variations here. Either option to tuck the toes straight into push-up, down dog, or you can come into tabletop position, transitioning into down dog. Good. Inhale, lift left leg up and back. Exhale, warrior one, left foot top of the mat, right heel comes down, torso upright, leveling the hips, sweep your arms forward and out. Find that nice 90-degree angle in the left leg. Inhale, lifting the fingertips up tall. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift the fingertips up. Option to stay right here. Or option to interlace hands behind the back, standing humble warrior. If you've taken this variation and you'd like to come forward into full humble warrior, making sure to keep that 90-degree angle of the left knee, pressing the right heel down. Tucking the chin in slightly, continuing your breath. One more full round of breath here. Inhale, sweep your arms back overhead. Exhale your hands to your hips. Bend both knees. Step right foot in a little closer, pyramid pose. Right toes stay out on an angle. Hips are level. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Use your blocks on either side of your left foot. Finding that perfect height for you. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, folding forward. One more full round of breath here. Bend your knees, hands on your hips. Inhale slowly to come back up. Step your right foot top of the mat, coming into our chair pose. Big toes touch, slight space between heels. Start to sit back in your chair first. Seat goes way beyond the heels. Tucking under slightly like we do in cat so that this lumbar is straight. Arms forward and up, reach on an inhale. Exhale, sweep the fingertips back. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, sweep them back. One more inhale, sweep forward and up. Your exhale, see if you can sink a little deeper. Good. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Lower all the way down. Last time for locust pose. Arms can come to the sides of the body or interlace your hands. Full breath into the belly. Deep breath out. Inhale, lifting the heart and toes off of the mat, squeezing the glutes, big toes touch. Holding that imaginary beach ball if your hands are not interlaced. Keep breathing here. I know it's hard when we're laying on a diaphragm. One more inhale. Exhale, lower everything down. Your palms underneath your shoulders. Option to tuck the toes, coming straight up to push-up, down dog. Or option to come knees, moving into down dog. From down dog, inhale, reach right leg up and back. Exhale, high lunge. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Left leg is straight. Torso upright. Take a moment here. Tucking the tailbone, hugging the rib cage in. And sweep your arms forward and up. Sinking just a little bit deeper, concentrating on strengthening the back here. Hugging in the core. Option to stay upright here. Option to sweep that right arm back behind you, left arm out in front, taking a twist here. Shoulder blades back towards the spine. Keeping that left leg straight, left knee is straight. One more deep breath. Inhale, reach both arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart, warrior three. Keep the bend in your right knee. Either lifting right off of the toes, keeping that knee slightly bent, or taking a couple of hops to come in, placing all the weight into the right foot, lifting the left toes, making sure the front of that hip bone is facing the mat. Hands can stay at your heart, maybe even you reach for the blocks. Maybe arms reach towards the back, holding that imaginary ball. option this time to move through Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering halfway, stopping as you inhale. Press the 10 toes into the ground, lifting the spine up. And exhale, moving into your down dog. Now take an inhale, lift, left leg up and back. Exhale, high lunge, step your left foot top into the mat. Keep the right leg straight, arms forward and up. Keep bending into the left knee, tucking under the tailbone. Take a deep breath as you reach the fingertips up. An option to stay here, or option to open that left arm back, right arm forward. Twisting from the torso, keeping the hips level. Maybe finding that gaze beyond the left thumb. One more deep breath here. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, moving into your warrior three. Option to just lift off of the toes, reach them back, squeezing the glute. Option to hop it up, keeping the left knee bent, taking as many hops as needed to come, lifting the toes off the ground, and choosing your arm variation here. Hands can stay at your heart, reach back, straight in front of you, finding a gaze at the ground and just focusing on that spot. One more inhale. Exhale, high lunge, stepping that right foot back, arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, frame your left foot. Step back to plank, an option. Move vinyasa. Or just straight into down dog. Maybe even take a child's pose. And we're going to inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. We're going to move into Sphinx pose here. Bringing arms out in front of you. Bringing the hands shoulder width apart. Big toes together to touch. Lengthening the spine. So just imagine a snake with its length here. Find a visual focus here. Keep breathing. Squeeze the quadriceps. One more deep breath here. Lower all the way down to your belly. Hands directly underneath your shoulders. Option to tuck the toes straight up to push up down dog, or moving your way knees to down dog. Take one more full breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to your knees. Swing onto one side of your hip and let your legs come out in front of you. And we'll make our way into reverse tabletop. We're here, so bring your hands back behind you, coming into reverse tabletop. So try and draw the shoulders in as close as you can, just like you would do in your chaturanga arms. You'd want them shoulder width apart. Two variations here. Knees can remain bent and lifting the glutes off of the mat, coming into your reverse tabletop. Or option to walk the toes out, coming up with legs straight. So finding your variation here, fingertips are facing towards your sacrum, squeezing and lifting up. We'll take another full inhale. nice and tall for a moment here. So if you need a blanket underneath the hips, flex the toes back towards you. You can always prop your fingertips here if your palms do not come all the way down. Dandasana pose really strengthens the back muscles, having this upright posture. Hold the core in. We'll take one more breath, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, continuing to strengthen the upper back. Good. Next, inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, come into a forward fold. Use a blanket underneath the hips if needed, maybe even straightening or bending the knees a little bit. We'll take one more full breath here. Inhale, lift your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. Bend your knees, bring your seat to the top of the mat. Hold onto the backs of your hamstrings, tuck the chin in slightly, lower all the way down to the ground. Taking a moment here. Hug your right knee into the midline of the body. Interlace your hands. Hold the back of your right hamstring. If you have your strap, place that around the arch of your right foot. An option to slide the left leg straight or keep the left knee bent. As you inhale with your strap, straighten your right leg. Keep your toes flexing towards your face. If you don't have a strap, you can keep your hands hugging the back of the right hamstring. Or if you have your toe grab, you can take your first two fingers underneath the toe, thumb on top. Have a slight or deep bend to your right knee, whatever feels best for you. If you like taking that right leg out to the right side of the body, otherwise just keep it straight. Keeping the heel lifting towards the ceiling. Whatever variation feels best for you. Bend your right knee, cross your right leg over the left side of your body. If you have your strap, you can start to straighten out your right leg if that feels okay in that IT band, the muscle that runs along the right thigh. Otherwise, you can just keep the knee bent, open the right arm out like a T. Still feeling that stretch in the gluteus medius here. One more deep breath. Gently hug your right knee back into the midline of the body. Give it a squeeze. And exhale, lower the right knee down. Bend your left knee, hugging into the midline of the body. Interlace the hands behind the hamstring. If you have your strap, placing that on the arch of your left foot. If you like, straighten the right leg all the way out. And if you don't have your strap, you can just hold the back of your hamstring as you straighten your left leg. Taking the toe grab, index and middle finger underneath the toe, thumb on top. Couple deep breaths here. The knee doesn't have to be completely straight here. You can have a deep bend, micro bend. Just listening into the hamstrings, how they feel on each side of the body. If Feel like taking that left leg out to the left side of the body, otherwise just keep it upright. Heel lifting towards the ceiling. Either way, keep the toes flexing towards the shin so you continue that hamstring stretch. And now bend your left knee, cross over the right side of your body. Option to keep the knee bent or straighten the leg. Maybe reaching that left arm out. Taking a couple breaths here as you stretch the outside of that left thigh, left glute. And hug your knees back into the midline of your body. Just take a moment here. Maybe rock side to side. Or creating big circles with your knees. If you took circles, go the opposite direction. Gently lower the feet down to the ground, coming into your most comfortable final relaxation pose. Just letting the legs go out just as they feel good. Maybe you're laying on your side if that feels better. Taking a blanket if needed underneath the neck, low spine or knees. Just making your way into the most comfortable final relaxation pose. Begin to relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax down your jaw. Relax your throat, collarbones and chest. Relax the back of your right shoulder, right arm, right hand. Relax the back of your left shoulder, left arm, left hand. Relax your upper back, middle of your back, low back. Relax your stomach, coming back to a natural rhythm of breath. Relax your hips, right glute, right leg, right foot. Relax the left glute, left leg, left foot. Feeling your whole body calm and relaxed. to your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Bringing movement to your fingers and toes. Gently reach your arms overhead for a stretch. Maybe rolling the ankles and wrists. Hug your knees into the middle of your body. And gently roll to your favorite side in a fetal position. And when you are ready, slowly come up to a seated position. Take in, deep breath in, full breath out. Thank you for coming to practice today. Namaste.